another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to The Odd Ones Out. He is my favourite YouTuber of all time. Oops, phone went off. Hold on, guys. So today we're going to be reacting to The Odd Ones Out. He is my favourite YouTuber, and let's just get right into it.
Everyone, shut up and look at this video. I love the internet.
Me too.
Gabe the dog is a rescue. Aw. Side question. Do you think Arthur Schwallow, Nobel Prize winner and inventor of the laser in 1957, would enjoy playing a round of laser tag, something that he invented? Someone should tweet to him and see if we can get him to play laser tag. Oh wait, he's dead. He'd be 95 years old if he was still alive.
Jose, can you see?
Well, he's playing laser tag in the stars now. What if that's what shooting stars are?
Yeah,
okay, here's a
yeah.
story sort of relating to the side question. So one time, me and this group of friends went to a laser tag place. Arena? For someone's birthday party. I forgot how old we were, but we were around 15 years old. So not that old, but old enough to think we were old. I don't know if any of you guys have been to a laser tag place, but when you get there, you usually have to wait for the game inside to finish up before you can go and play. So the laser tag place has these arcade games for you to play while you're waiting.
Cool.
So me and my friends were
Yeah,
playing
that's
games,
what
and this
the
group of
arcade
4
games are
guys wearing all black come in. I'm talking black long sleeve shirts, black pants, they had black freaking gloves on. 3 of them were wearing some sort of black hat, and the other guy who wasn't already had black hair. They looked about 18, maybe 19 years old. So my first thought was,
That's a little old.
look at these goths, what dweebs. Pfft. But then I remembered that the laser tag arena was darkly lit. These guys weren't goths. They were wearing camouflage. Part of me was thinking, wow, these guys came prepared. But the other part of me was thinking, wow, these guys are even bigger dweebs. They came prepared to a laser tag fight. I don't know what these guys' names were, but for the sake of this video, we're going to call them all Hunter. Not because they have guns and they hunt people, but because I think only people with the name Hunter would do this. I don't know why I'm biased against the name Hunter. It's just one of those names. If someone named Hunter is watching, I'm not sorry. Before you go in and play laser tag, you all sit in this room and some employee tells you the rules of the game, and then at the end they make you repeat the rules to them. So they say, I will not run, jump, or climb. And then you say, I will not run, jump, or climb. But I remember while we were chanting the rules, the 4 guys were just staring off and not repeating anything.
I was just pressing
Guys, I think these 4 are planning on running, jumping, and or climbing. So we all start playing the game. This was the type of laser tag that you gotta make up a name for yourself, and it would tell you who shot who. And there were 3 teams. There was the red team, the yellow team, and either the blue or green team. I forgot the colors. It's not important. So, while we were playing, we were having fun like any person playing laser tag would. And then I run into this group of people who are wearing strobe lights. I couldn't see their faces or anything in that direction, really, but I knew immediately who it was. Do you want to take a wild freaking guess who?
It was the Hunter.
It was the Hunters! So I got hit many times by them, and then I broke one of the rules. I ran away like anyone should when getting hit by light amplification by simulated emissions of radiation. I found one of my friends and I said, did you see the guys with the strobe lights? And he said, yeah. And they gave me this scar.
Whoa.
And he had a 12-inch scar on his face.
12
and I'm just
inch?
kidding.
That's
That
the size
didn't
of a
happen. It was
foot on a
lasers. So later in
subway.
the game, I got to one of the high towers to get a good vantage point. I'm about to straight up snipe one of these dweebs. I waited for about 10 seconds when I saw a flashing light, followed by darkness, followed by another flashing light very quickly in the distance. And I just started spamming the trigger. I couldn't see any of their flashing lights that you're supposed to hit, so I was just aiming at a glowing ball. And then I hit one of them. And I knew immediately it was them because... Remember how we got to name ourselves? Well, no one really took that seriously. We all came up with joke names like Butt Fart or Big Wiener or Shooty McShootface. I'm just kidding on that last one. That meme didn't exist back then. But the name that I chose was... Are you ready for this? A girl. Let me explain. When you got shot with a laser, it would say who shot you. So whenever I shot someone, it would say, a girl shot you. I mean, sure, it's sexist, but I thought it was the pinnacle of my comedy career. So, I don't know if any of you guys have been in this situation, but let me tell you, it is very hard to keep a straight face when halfway across a laser tag arena, an almost adult man screams with 100% seriousness, I'm gonna kill you, girl! That's how I knew I hit someone. It's when Hunter screamed that. So everything was pretty normal after that. I finished playing the game, and then when the game was over, I see the Hunters holding a wad of black electrical tape in their hands. I'm not saying they put black tape over their sensors so you couldn't see them, but they totally put black tape over their sensors so you couldn't see them. Luckily, though, their team didn't win, so, I mean, neither did my team, but it's not important. But I mean, screw those guys. Can you imagine them in the car driving to the laser tag place? Hunter's driving and he looks over and says, Hunter, did you bring the strobe lights? Yeah, Hunter, I brought them. Hunter, you brought the tape, right? Yeah, it's right here, Hunter. Hey, Hunter, where's your hat? Hunter said he was going to bring me one. Oh, sorry, Hunter, I forgot. Here, Hunter, take my hat. My hair's already black. Thanks, Hunter, you're the best. Yeah, Hunter sucks. If your name was Hunter, you probably suck too. So, yeah, I'm sorry this video took a long time to make. It's been about 3 weeks. I've just been busy celebrating my birthday. But in case you didn't know, check out any of these social platforms because I also post comics too. Look, here's some comics that I posted in between videos.
So we're gonna react to another one. It's called Roommates. My thought of roommates. Let's watch it.
So sitting comfortably, just taking a
stupid
big deep
ad.
breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
You know, I never really understood trigger words until I got roommates. I hated my roommates. Except for you, Isaac. He watches my videos. Oh, James, you didn't hate your roommates. You just mildly disliked them. Yes, I did. When I first moved out of my house and went to college, the day I moved into my apartment and I opened the front door, this is what I saw. Keep in mind all the buildup that has gone into this moment. First, I had to get accepted into the school, then pick my major and classes. Then I had to find an apartment close to the school and get everything set up there. Then I had to pack everything up into a suitcase, kiss my dogs goodbye, and then be all on my own for the very first time. I opened the door to where I'd be living for the next 8 months, and this is what I see. Someone sleeping on a couch.
What?
He was wearing some bright fast food employee uniform.
Oh,
The
it's so
TV
good,
is
too.
on. There's a Halo 5 poster hanging on the wall.
Oh,
The
I
sink,
don't
counter,
like that.
and table is full of dirty dishes.
Dirty
There's a
dishes.
big industrial-sized trash can that is overflowing.
Jeez.
Inside the fridge, there is an empty box of Dr. Pepper, a bottle of ketchup, and a jumbo Costco-sized pack of hot dogs. Where did all these dishes come from? Fun fact, those hot dogs were still in the fridge when I left.
They're
But
definitely
the
out of
worst
date.
thing that was there was about 1 million basketball cards just lying on the floor. I'm not even exaggerating, here's proof. Okay, so I got a
Whoa, that's a
single
bunch.
room because I brought all my drawing stuff, and I would feel bad if I shared a room with someone
That's his
and he had to
old
deal with all my
art, if
drawing
you don't
stuff
know.
being there, and also I wanted to be alone. Looking back, I'm so glad I got a single room because that room couldn't even fit myself. Literally, I could stand in the middle of the room, hold my hands out, and without moving my feet, I could touch the walls of the room. Maybe I just have long arms, I don't know. I mean, I could settle for a small bedroom, but what made living there so horrible were the roommates. What I didn't realize is that these boys also got private rooms, so that means that they too were socially awkward and kept to themselves, which you might think is a good thing, but you'd be wrong. On the first night of being by myself, I unpack all my drawing stuff and I set it all up. Then I turn on the computer and the screen is just black. Nothing was turning on. I tried everything to fix it and it just wasn't turning on. Eventually, I contacted the people who made it, sent it in, and then I got it back working. But during that week while the tablet was being fixed, like seriously, no joke, that was probably the worst week of my entire life. I'm being serious. Making comics and YouTube videos was what kept me sane. And that first night of being on my own and my tablet broke, I cried, guys. I couldn't even eat food, I was that sad. I hit rock bottom. I remember just watching Captain Sparkles and Game Grumps highlights all day. But then the day I got it back, I was a drawing machine. I
Whoa.
posted a comic the very same day. So let's spend the rest of this video talking about these previously mentioned roommates I had. The first person I need to talk about is Isaac. He was the only one that I like, and he's also the only one I
I'm
told
gonna
that I
take
made
a picture,
YouTube videos. Now, this boy wore Obey hats, he vaped, and he said stuff like, "That's dope." But you want to know why I liked him the most? Because he did the dishes. Like, me and him did the dishes. It wasn't just him, okay? I'd probably never become friends with him in any other circumstance. Just wanted to say that he was the cool one. I like him. Hi, Isaac. I miss you. I was looking at this post on the internet, and it was where the old memes are today.
Whoa.
And for the after picture for the Scumbag Steve meme, it
That
looked
meme's
exactly like my roommate, who I'll just make up a fake name for, Steve for convenience. I'm pretty sure I was roommates with a meme. Just put a fedora on this meme, and boom, that's my roommate, Steve. And it was a very fitting meme, too. This guy wouldn't do the dishes. He always cooked this ramen thing in the microwave, and it would leave this gross juice stuff behind. So then when I would go to use the microwave, it would get my paper plate soggy. So I would have to check every time before I used it to make sure there was no juice stuff behind. And also at night, he watched anime without headphones. Subbed. Anime has a certain sound to it. I don't know if you knew that. It's like normal Japanese, but really emphatically. Luckily, it was usually late at night when he started watching, so I would just have to get to sleep before he started and I would be all good. James, why didn't you just ask him to turn it down? I did! One night, I went into his room and I said, "Hey man, can you turn it down?" And you know what? He did turn it down for that night. that night. That one night. The very next night. But you know, he wasn't too bad. He would spend most of his time in his room playing video games, and I would spend most of my time in my room drawing. So except for the microwave juice thing, we didn't get in each other's way too often. Here's actually a funny story. So when I was filming the part in the vegan video when I crumpled up Oreos over Reese's Puffs, Steve walked into the kitchen and he saw me filming this sugary vegan concoction, and I just said to him, "Don't ask." Okay, so here's the roommate that I hated the most. His fake name will be Hunter. He was the one asleep on the couch when I first walked in, and he was the one who had collected all those billions of basketball cards. Just basketball cards. And he kept them all in the front room. What's the point of having sports cards when you can't even play with them? I mean, I spend money on Magic the Gathering cards, but that's because it's an actual game that you can play with friends. What do you do with sports cards? I mean, I guess you can leave them in the front room of your apartment. Maybe one day your roommate might make a video about it, though. He left his
Yeah,
Mountain Dew
that's what
bottles
I
on the
would do.
floor. He farted in
Well,
public.
no,
He
I
always
would
complained
video
that
on it,
Steve
not
didn't do the dishes, but he
bragging.
wouldn't do the dishes either. One time I was tired of doing everyone's dirty dishes, so I bought a big stack of paper plates for everyone to use. But Hunter took the paper plates to a party without even asking me, and he didn't even bring them back. But the
What?
worst thing this guy did, one day he told me, my ex-girlfriend doesn't want our dog anymore, so he's coming to live here. What? So this boy wants to bring a dog in an already very small, cramped apartment. I couldn't believe this. The dog's name was Snoopy, and I loved him. Hunter would put him in his kennel at night, but one night I was like, "Hey, Hunter, Snoopy can stay with me if you want." And then, boom, from that day forth, I was the one taking care of Snoopy. Snoopy would now sleep in my room. I would be the one who took him out for walks, and I fed him slices of lunch meat. What was great was that when I would go into the kitchen and Hunter would be watching TV, he would call for Snoopy. "Snoopy, Snoops, Snoops." But he wouldn't come. This dog would follow me everywhere. And then one day Hunter said, "Hey, do you just want to have Snoopy? I was going to get rid of him." And then I said I would take him. And then later that same week, Hunter moved out. He took all the toilet paper too. He
Oh,
basically
come on.
gave me a dog. And of course I loved that dog. But we lived in such a small space and I was always busy with school and drawing. I knew these weren't the best conditions for a dog to live in, and I'm pretty sure my apartment didn't even allow pets. So I asked people I knew if they wanted Snoopy, and my grandma got one of her friends to take care of him. So I dropped Snoopy off and I've never seen him since. And that's it, the end. There was another roommate who I didn't even mention. He always worked a lot, so
Alright, guys. That is the end of the video. I'll post more tomorrow, and see you later. Bye, guys. Goodbye.